Good night, everyone. And today I would like to show my presentation for this project, Classroom Management Project 2, by me, Evander Zufar. Teaching Tolerance. Teaching Tolerance, a program founded in 1991 by Southern Poverty Law. The program helped educators educate children and youth to become active participants in advancing democracy. The core goal of teaching tolerance program include the following: fostering inclusiveness, reducing bias, promoting educational equity for K-12 students in the United States. Benefit the teaching tolerance program. Teaching tolerance promotes better relationship among children by teaching them how to appreciate diversity early. Teaching tolerance helps learners acquire positive citizenship, and they can foster better relationship with different members of society. The teaching tolerance program also acts as a caution for educators experiencing bias and also to those working against the grain to reduce bias in their institutions. How to incorporate tolerance in your classroom instruction. Choose inclusive learning material. Being mindful of teaching resource you purchase and how they represent people can make a tremendous difference. Using primary teaching sources. Primary sources are significant in teaching students about history while embracing cultural sensitivity. Creating safe spaces. Creating safe spaces is a significant way of realizing social awareness and empathy, which attribute to tolerance. Use historians to teach historical injustice. Educators can use historical lessons to educate students about instances of racism in America past. For instance, you can use lesson plan resource to guide students to address issue of racism and stereotyping. Helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression. Strategy helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression. 1. Remain detached and calm. Being sensitive to your student, being sensitive to your student needs and reason behind their behavior, rather than saying they are being belligerent, make it less likely you will do or say something that will only aggravate the situation or and make the matter worse. 2. Offer help or support. Offering support to your student is a very positive and totally non-confrontational personal spot and is, therefore, one of the best ways to deal with a student who is digging himself into a deep hole. Ask for the help or advice. Asking students for help catches them completely off guard, immediately change their negative state, and can, more than any other technique I try, disarm the angries of teenager and get them outside. 4. Give them a classroom responsibility. Make these neat on your term by giving them responsibility of some kind of job and act or being in charge some equipment. Disruptive behavior. What to do, stay calm, and listen to student concern. Identifying the catalyst for disruption can help you address the situation in the moment or in a later meeting. Be steady, consistent, and firm. Acknowledge the feeling of the individual. Remember that such behavior is often caused by stress or frustration. Address disruption individually, directly, immediately. What to avoid? Do not allow the behavior to continue. Avoid making class issue. Address only student risk causing disruption. Avoid an argument or starting match. Do not blame or ridicule student or use sarcasm. Suggestion for interfering in disruption. Keep your focus on student. Be clear about the behavior. Nip the situation in the bud. Preparing the syllabus regarding expectation behavior. The stress is often the cause of the disruption. Problem 1. Mrs. Johnson is a 5th-grade teacher who has been teaching for over 10 years. This year, she has a student named Alex who are frequently display aggressive behavior. Alex often interrupt lessons, talk back to the teacher, and sometimes even become physically aggressive toward his classmate. Mrs. Johnson had tried various strategies to manage Alex's behavior, such as setting clear rules and consequences, positive reinforcement for good behavior, and speaking with Alex privately to understand the root of his aggression. However, despite her effort, Alex is not not improve significantly. Question: what classroom technique can Ms. Johnson implement to address Alexia's behavior, provide at least three specific strategy, and explain how each one will help improve the situation? Behavior interpersonal plan. Now, Riverside, oh yeah. What classroom management technique can Mrs. Johnson implement to address Alec aggressive behavior, provide at least three specific strategy, and explain how each one could help improve situation? Behavior interpersonal plan, or BIP. BEP. BIP. Sorry. Discussion. A BIP plan is a plan that uses positive behavioral intervention and support to address challenging behavior. It involves identifying triggers for adverse behavior and applying strategy to prevent this behavior and teach alternative behavior. Implementation. Mrs. Johnson can collaborate with a school counselor or psychologist to create BIP tailored to Alex's needs. This might include specific goal, reward positive behavior, intervention preventing aggressive outbursts. How it help? By providing structured approach to managing its behavior, a BIP can help reduce frequency and the antipathy of his aggressive action. Ensure consistent response with teacher and support staff, helping understand expectation and consequence. Social emotional learning, or SEL program. CSL program teach students skill for managing emotions, setting goals, establishing positive relationship, and making responsible decision. Implementation. Mrs. Johnson can implement CL activities into her daily lesson on work with school administrator to integrate a school-wide SEL program. Activity might include role playing, group discussion, and exercises focus on empathy and self-regulation. How it helps. SEL program can help develop emotional regulation and social skill, reducing likelihood of aggressive behavior. They provide him with tools to express his feelings appropriately and build positive relation with his peers. Consistent and predictable classroom environment. Creating a consistent and predictable classroom environment involves establishing routines, clear rules, and consistent consequence for behavior. Implementation. Mrs. Johnson can ensure that the classroom routines are well defined and followed consistently. She can use visual schedule, clear and concise rule, and predictable system of consequence and reward. It also important to maintain a calm and supportive classroom atmosphere. How it helps. A predictable environment can provide Alec with a sense of security and structure, which may help reduce anxiety and aggression. Considering rules and consequences help Alec understand what expected of him, what he can expect from a teacher, reducing likelihood of aggressive reaction to unexpected change or perceived injustice. Injustices. That will be all from me. Thank you all for watching and listening.